I know what everyone's thinking. You said you're going to do restock videos on Wednesday nights, not Thursday nights. Well, I have a good excuse. So this week, Monday, me and Isaiah, we flew out to Arkansas. We went to go visit Retro Rick's store, and we got back Wednesday, and we had to work the second half of the day, and by the time we closed, I was so tired. So I went home and I passed out. But now I'm here, and the counters are full, and we got to restock. But before we look at the restock, we have more stuff back here. Yeah, I've been super busy since last week. Arkanoid's good to go. I picked up some more cabinets. We got Blastroids. This is mostly working. The sound is not working, but the gameplay is just fine. I haven't even had a chance to look at it, so it's probably something super simple. We have a beautiful Pac-Man cabinet, 100% original. It needs some work internally. I have a bunch of parts in the mail. Hopefully, when I get those parts, it should be up and running. I hope. We'll see. The high deal. I've had like 25 people a day come up to me and they're like, hey, that left flipper is getting stuck. I ordered a kit that rebuilds the flipper. I installed it today, and I think it's the actual flipper itself, because there's a lot of, like, it was over tightened a million times. So like the posts for it is all screwed up. So we did some work to it. It's better, but it'll still kind of get stuck up. Anyway, I have another part in the mail, but it kind of works. Anyway, and then we got a couple more machines over here. So we have this. This was a xenophobe cabinet, and it was turned into this Marshall Champion game. Does anybody know what Marshall Champion is? Well, Marshall Champion was Konami's answer to Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. So check that out. Super generic. The control panel is horrid. So we have player 1 here, stick and 3 buttons, and then player 2. You think the stick would be here, but it's not. It's right here. So if you're player 1, you have to play stick with your right hand. If you're player 2, you have to play stick with your left hand, and that is quite terrible. So as of right now, this is staying the way it is until I have some time. I'm probably going to convert it into something else. And then we have Grand Champion. Grand Champion works. I'm going to plug it in, and you'll see why it's unplugged. Hang on one second here. Oh, the plug fell. Okay, we're not going to plug it in right now. So when we plug this in, it sounds like a refrigerator. So there's a fan up here, and it's extremely loud. So I'm going to replace that fan. I just haven't had time to look into that one either. Over here, this is just running some Miss Pac-Man. I actually just replaced the stick with a more accurate Pac-Man stick. So this is in pretty good working order right now. Is it the coolest thing ever? Miss Pac-Man with an Arkanoid marquee and a Donkey Kong cabinet. No, it's not the coolest thing ever, but it's functional. So, yeah. That's where the state of the arcade is right now. And, oh, one more thing. So if you look at all the machines, we have these little slips up here now. So right over here, we have a very friendly competition going on for the high score of Arkanoid. So if you come into our arcade and you get a high score, we will put you up here. And good luck breaking some of these scores because they're pretty crazy. Anyway, we got our counters full. Let's go check it out. All right, so I did plug it in. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's way too loud. But it does work. And is it the best racing game in the world? No, it is not. But it's something. It's functional. So I have fun with it. It's no outrun, but anyhow, if you come here and it's unplugged, that's why. All right, let's go get to the restock. All right. What do we have this week? We'll start off with the GameCube, because we had a ton of GameCube last week, and we expanded the GameCube to 2 of the shelves, and it's already back to 1 because it all sold. So it is nice to see some more GameCube come in. And some systems back here. There's 2 each of these. I'm probably gonna just put 1 up right away. So if you come here Friday tomorrow, you'll see it. But I'll definitely save 1 of them for Saturday. And then we have something amazing. It does have Blockbuster stickers on the back, which I'll be honest with you, made me feel better about this game because I know it's a heavily fake game and it was a Blockbuster exclusive, but it is authentic. And it is, I think it is like the rarest Nintendo 64 game. And I'm super happy to have it in the store finally. And if you're wondering, this will be in the heavy hitter case, as that's where it belongs. So we got some 64. Mr. PD7. If you don't know who PD7 is, he is a local YouTuber. Check out his YouTube channel. He makes really good content. I know he's been looking for this game. And I believe he said he was looking for NBA Hang Time as well. So PD7, Saturday morning, I'm going to see you in line there. And here is the rest of it. We have been hurting on Nintendo 64, so if you got some spare 64, bring it in. We're gonna pay you really well on it, as long as it's good stuff. And then we have some NES, and this has to be uncommon. Yeah, Dusty Diamond All-Star Softball. Yeah, that's not one you see every day. And then we got a bunch of Batman stuff here. And this is a Street Fighter 25th Anniversary Collector's Edition. And then we got a few Super Nintendo games going out. Secret of Evermore. That one always sells right away. And then we're going into Wii and Wii U and some Master System. And then, what do we got back there? Some Donkey Kong. And then a couple really good 360 games. And then some good DS stuff. Chrono Trigger. That one always sells really quick. And then we have this beautiful Sony Trinitron. The picture looks amazing on this thing. And it does have a remote. This is like a universal remote, but it's super functional, works great. And then we're gonna get on to the PlayStation stuff. We have some really good ones. Check this out. Graffiti Kingdom. Super cool. And then Ultimate Spider-Man. That is like the limited edition one. Silent Hill 2. Magna Carta. Bully Again. Last week that sold right away. And then the PS1 bangers. Check these out. Yeah, really good ones. Look at this. That's a cool one. Silent Hill 2, all in really nice shape. Really good stuff. We really need all this stuff, all this good PS1. And then we got a bunch of Pokemon games. Very nice condition. Everything here has new batteries, all ready to go. And then some Vita. And that reflection is not good. This is a 1 terabyte expansion for the modern Xbox consoles. And then another Pokemon game, Metroid Fusion, Japanese Soul Silver. It is complete. It has a Pokewalker, and from what I can tell, the Pokewalker is not region locked or anything. And then a few more things coming around the corner. A DSi in the box. 512 gigabyte Steam Deck with a case and a charger. I'm sure that will be gone right away. A new 3DS XL, a 3DS, Switch Lite, Game Boy printer. These are like ridiculously desirable right now. Every week, I feel like we have one every week, and there's always somebody waiting at the door for them. And then there's like 5 other people that come in throughout the day, and they're like, "You still got that SP?" And I'm like, "Nope." And then a few controllers. Some Zelda Joy-Cons, which are really cool to see. And a Switch Pro controller. These are amazing. These are going to continue to hold their value because they are compatible with the Switch 2. So, if you see anything you're interested in, especially some of the more desired things, I would be at that door before we open because it's going to go quick. Oh, yeah. Check out our new sign. I am not positive how to program it correctly, but I don't know. I'm sure I'm going to change it. So I'm trying to encourage people to go into the back room. So look at that. Come check it out. So come check it out. See you guys. Oh, before I go, I wanted to tell you guys this. So this used to be Pokemon. It is no longer Pokemon. We made it into all this amiibos. We got rid of the amiibos right here, and this is all plush. I took all the plush out of the bag because it looks better. Tying into all this, I was saying before, I went to Arkansas to visit Retro Rick's store, and he had all of his plush out of the bag, and yeah, it looks way better. So I finally took it out, and amiibos are there. Pokemon, if you're looking for a Pokemon Game Boy or Game Boy Advance game, it will be right here. Pokemon Switch game in the Switch case, you know, and it'll be in their proper section. For now, I might bring it back at some point, but I don't know. It'll be mixed around in the store. So anyway, about Arkansas. So we went down to Retro Rick's store. I went down there because he has a very large and very successful video game store. And every time he comes to our store, he always has some really useful advice for me. So I reached out to him and I'm like, "Hey dude, do you think I can make a trip down by you and visit your store and hang out with you for a day and take some notes?" And he was like, "Yeah, man, totally cool." So we hung out there for a day. We learned a bunch of stuff, and we're going to implement it in our store. So hopefully it's better. He does some things different that we're not going to do. but he has a lot of cool things that I think will be a really good addition to our store. So yeah, that's why we're in Arkansas. I also, I shot a video while I was down there. It is a mess on my phone, so I need to get that edited up, and I will post that probably within the next week. If you haven't seen his store before, definitely check that video out because it's incredible. It is probably 3 times the size of this store, and he has so many cool like statement pieces and statues and kiosks and all sorts of cool stuff. So yeah, check that out probably within the next week, as long as I can get that edited. My editing skills are, so hopefully I don't screw it up too bad. All right, seriously this time, have a good night.